August 19th, 2009 was a classic MCV-induced tornado outbreak across central Illinois, all the way down to the fact that central Illinois was completely excluded from morning severe weather forecast discussions. A rather strong late summer upper-level low was moving across the central US on August 19th, with a remnant MCV, or mesoscale convective vortex, induced by an overnight cluster of storms on the Central Plains. As thunderstorm clusters rage on through the night, they generate a lot of rain-cooled air. Under the right conditions, a localized area of low pressure can develop, and this area of low pressure can continue on long after the storms have dissipated. The MCV can serve both as a focal point for new thunderstorm development the following day, and can amplify wind shear across the region, aiding in storm rotation. That's exactly what happened on August 19, 2009. A remnant MCV crossed the Mississippi River into western Illinois late morning, with a cluster of thunderstorms ongoing by noon. The environment ahead of these storms favored rotating updrafts, and a pair of intense supercells developed across Sangamon County. A tornado slammed into Williamsville, Illinois just after 3:15 p.m., cutting a 25-mile path of destruction across Sangamon and Logan counties, causing widespread EF3 damage. To the south, an EF2 tornado threatened the south side of Springfield, while another tornado caused EF1 damage south of Rochester, both tornadoes on the ground for a combined 33 miles. In total, damaging tornadoes were on the ground for almost 60 miles during broad daylight across the flat and very chaseable terrain of Sangamon and Logan counties, and yet there is almost no imagery of any of these tornadoes. How can that be? Both of these supercells were completely wrapped in rain from surrounding thunderstorms, with their tornadoes completely hidden behind curtains of heavy rain. These tornadoes are among the most dangerous variety, giving no warning to unsuspecting motorists, including young, naive storm chasers. I targeted the southern supercell as I approached on Interstate 72, dropping south out of Rochester. As I pulled a U-turn in a driveway, I spotted the developing tornado to my southwest. The tornado would then cut a 13-mile path east-northeastward, missing Rochester just to the south. A little inexperience, lack of data in the pre-smartphone era, and poor situational awareness would have me cross the tornado's path not once, but twice as I escaped.
Yep, looks like a funnel. Maybe. Yeah. Funnel. It's gonna wrap in rain. Oh yeah, look at this structure. Sirens.
Someone's stopping. Excuse that.
I don't want to go too far up though and get right in its path. That's the only problem with HP. Should have taken that road.
Even though I could only see it for a moment, I know there's a tornado in there now. I also decided I'm really not going to show it very much respect. As I make this left turn and briefly head west, I cross the path of the tornado for the first time.
sucks.
Now on Highway 29 South, I crossed the road I was just on. The tornado is basically right in front of me, to the right of the road. Again, I know there's a tornado in there, but my 22-year-old self is apparently keen to catch a view.
This is great. Yeah, it's a wall of rain. It's probably pretty freaking windy in there too.
Of course, there's no view to be had, and if I hesitated for another 30 seconds or so, who knows?
This isn't the road I wanted. I guess it'll work. Can you bring up radar? Thanks.
As I push southeast away from Rochester, the only sign of the tornado crossing the road right behind me is the strong winds blasting me head-on as they scream back into the circulation. I continue on, unbothered. Meanwhile, 14 years later, the 36-year-old version of me is quite bothered. Done over again today, of course, the proper, safe escape route was south, away from Rochester and the rain-wrapped tornado.
Coming into St. Elmo, playing the drop south game. We've got a nice tail on Charlie, isolated supercell. It's riding along Interstate 70. Got a basin view way up there. It's not overly impressive yet, but it is isolated. Nothing to its south, so hopefully it'll get something going here in the next half an hour.